Hey guys, it's time for the question of the week. This week's question comes from someone who actually PM'd it to me, who messaged it to me. So, yeah, we're getting more questions in from more different areas, and I'm so stoked about that. So, this week's question of the week is how do you know if someone is your twin flame as opposed to or rather than a soulmate or a karmic? Um, well, the short answer is you don't until and unless you have soul recognition. Um, and I mean, soul recognition is the point in time, the exact moment when your soul recognizes itself on the soul level. So it's not like in your head or anything like that. On the soul level, it recognizes itself within the physical form of your twin flame. That is soul recognition. And at that moment is when your twin flame activated polarized energies, they become activated and they build up, which is that whole euphoric feeling, only to, they build up, repel, right? And all the chaos ensues. So that's what goes on at soul recognition. But until then, you don't know who your twin flame is. Your twin flame, I mean, people have grown up next door to their twin flames their whole lives, never had anything romantic going on. You could have just passed your twin flame on the street or stood next to them in line in Starbucks or something and not know it. The only way you know it is your soul knows it on the soul level of soul recognition. As opposed to a soulmate, I've said before in other videos, a soulmate can be anyone from a lover to a friend to a pet, a coworker, whatever. I mean, a soulmate is just, there's twin flame and there's everybody else. There's twin flame, which is just one other person, and then everybody else. So there's no need to even label or designate anything else as soulmates or whatever, because I mean, really, it's irrelevant in terms of the twin flame journey. There's twin flame and everybody else. No fake twin flames, no false twin flames, no near twin flames or almost twin flames or not quite twin flames. There's none of that. Twin flame, one, and then everybody else, right? It just doesn't even matter to label things. I mean, that's all limitation anyway. So that could be a soulmate. A karmic, I mean, I don't even get that term or that word because, honestly, everything is cause and effect. Every effect has a cause. So everything in your life is karmic. So, I mean, whatever. I don't even know what that's for. So anyway, twin flame and everybody else, as far as the twin flame journey is concerned, right? And so, like I said, someone's your twin flame only until and unless you have soul recognition. This is why not everyone has had soul recognition. The majority of people who think they're in a twin flame journey are not in a twin flame journey. They have not met their twin flame. They have not had soul recognition with their twin flame. This is not something you can choose or decide to do. It's just when your soul is ready. That is also why, you may be going through a twin flame journey, but like you don't know anyone else personally that is or has, and everyone else thinks you're crazy because they just haven't had soul recognition. But everyone is and has a twin flame, so they will either in this lifetime or the next have soul recognition. That's just necessary for ascension. So that being said, if you have had soul recognition, there tends to be a lot of doubt that someone is your twin flame, right? That's the nature of the game. If you meet people who are insistent, like so insistent, oh yeah, I met my twin flame, but he's an asshole, and like I got over him, and I don't even, talk to him. I cut that cord and all that. They're not a twin flame. They did not meet their twin flame. Sorry, they didn't. Yes, everyone's journey is unique and individual. The way every person is unique and individual. The way every thumbprint is unique and individual, and every snowflake is unique and individual. However, there are, certain things that just are universal law and divine truth and, the way things work. And, you cannot get over your twin flame. You cannot move on from your twin flame because your twin flame is you, your soul. How do you get over your soul? You can't. No one can cut the cord for you. That's not going to work. So anyone who says they moved on from their twin flame, whatever, they haven't. The the twin flame is, it's not just about a physical relationship. That's not what it's about at all. It's about a reunion of the soul. So, it's really about self-love, and you have to really shift closer into alignment with your own soul, which is your twin flame, in order to even have a physical romantic relationship with your twin flame after soul recognition has happened. But however, like I said, doubt is a very common thing once you've had soul recognition, and the chaos ensues, because you're like, if this is my twin flame, how could they treat me like such crap, right? How could I feel like such shit? But yes, that pretty much describes a twin flame. They aren't doing anything. It is the energy. And so that's what happens with the buildup of the polarities, and then when they repel. That buildup, that energy, the polarities are a fear-based energy. So what's happening is that the doubt, the insecurity, all of that is fear. Doubt is fear. So that's why a lot of doubt happens. It's very rare that people do not experience some kind of doubt after soul recognition in their twin flame journey. Practically every student I've ever had, and I myself had a lot of doubt. Even going through it, even working in my program and seeing their twin flame hitting them up and coming forward and stuff, there's still doubt there because until they fully balance out that fear-based energy, which is necessary to do to be in a physical relationship with your twin flame for good, that's going to be there, a little bit of doubt and a little bit of fear. So that's very common, and that's a telltale sign that you've had soul recognition with your twin flame. Another telltale sign is, and this is why it's very difficult to just get over them and think you can move on and stuff. You have physical pain. It's called a core wound, and your core wound gets activated. Now, this isn't a wound that needs healing. There's no healing involved in the twin flame journey. There's nothing wrong. You're not sick. You're not broken. It's not really an injury. What the core wound is the place in your physical body where your soul enters and leaves your body to interact with the physical world. It's the part of your body where your soul tethers you to the physical world. And that part of your soul is the fear-based energy I just spoke of. So it tends to be anywhere from the sacral chakra to the heart chakra in people. And so, if you had soul recognition with the twin flame, and then, the energy is built up, and then you repelled each other, or you're stuck in this back and forth crazy song and dance, that's all of the fear-based push-pull energy. And you'll feel a pain. There will be physical pain in your core wound. Your core wound gets activated as that energy builds up and gets activated. And so, like I said, it will be a pain, a physical pain, actually in your sacral chakra, solar plexus, or heart chakra, usually. So that's a very telltale sign that it is your twin flame, and not anyone else. No one else activates your core wound. Thirdly, another thing that's a telltale sign that you've had soul recognition of your twin flame is the obsessive thoughts, right? You can't escape the thoughts. Especially if you're the push energy, which if you are out here watching this video in the twin flame journey, that is most likely what you are. You can't escape the thoughts. It's because this energy, this fear-based energy, that is fear-based, and it's also addictive. And the push energy, there's a push and a pull. One twin flame is push, one twin flame is pull. These are the opposite polarities of that energy. The push energy, which is most people who come looking for help, the ones that tend to be ghosted or played with or whatever, it appears that way physically anyway. That energy is the one that's addictive to the physical form of the twin flame. The other twin flame, the pull, it might look like they're not interested, or they can just ghost out of nowhere. They love you one minute, they're gone the next. That whole thing, that's the pull energy. And that's also a fear-based addictive energy. However, because it's a pull, and the way the energy works, it's pulling, where yours is pushing and addicted to the physical form of the twin flame. The pull energy, the other twin flame, is pulling away. It needs to get away from you, and it's pulling away from you from the push. So that energy, it is addictive, but it just isn't addicted to the physical form of the twin flame. It finds ways to hook in and become addicted to other things or other people, and they can't think of you, because that energy does control your mind. So the push energy, addicted to the physical form of the twin flame, is controlling your mind, and that's why you have obsessive thoughts about the physical form of the twin flame. The pull energy that is pulling away from the other twin flame is it's addictive energy it won't allow it to think of the twin flame. Like it's almost like they can't even think of you. So, you know, that's why they can so easily ghost and just leave all the time, because energetically, that energy controls the mind and it won't allow them to even think of you. So, you know, they have to go put that addictive energy somewhere else. The good news is you can work and balance out the push-pull. You just have to know how to do it. And then since you're the push, most likely watching this, you balance out your push energy. You become less obsessively thinking about the physical form of the twin flame. You feel that longing, that needing, that desperation, that distress. It dissipates, it goes away. You feel amazing, you feel whole, you feel complete on your own. And in so doing, that brings the other twin flame back in, because you're stopping the push. So then therefore the pull stops. And then as that happens, the other twin flame, when their pull energy is balanced, because you're balancing the push, right? Your mind stops thinking about the twin flame, yet their mind then starts to think about you, their twin flame. So that's how it works. It's the push-pull, and it's all about balancing that out. Now, I mentioned a lot about thoughts and mind and feelings. Those all come secondary, just like the physical relationship with the twin flame has to come secondary. You can't get through this journey by thinking this way. You can't just be like, okay, well, I'm going to stop thinking about the twin flame, obviously, because, you know, that's thinking about the twin flame. Or, you know, you can't just be like, I'm going to stop feeling like I love the twin flame, and, you know, no, anything that's still focusing on the twin flame. So it has to come first from the energy. You have to balance through the energy, and then that will stop your thoughts, and then that will stop your feelings, and, you know, totally change them around, and you'll feel better and amazing on your own. So this kind of went off in a little different tangent of the original question there, but I hope that answered the question. There are, you know, doubt is a very common thing to know that you've had soul recognition with your twin flame, and most importantly, that physical pain where you really, I mean, you get to the point where you're desperate. It doesn't get better usually, and you will really do anything. You're desperate to make that pain go away. I mean, I did. I was on the floor for 6 months when my twin flame left me. And, you know, I honestly could not move. I cried every day. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't even function. And so within those 6 months, I went to all different kinds of different experts and spiritual advisors and psychics and, you know, a voodoo mambo, spellcasters, whatever. I went to all of these things just to try to get them, you know, to somehow make my pain go away, to get me to get over him, to cut the cord. All of them were just dumbfounded, because what worked on every other person, they just didn't know. And this was back, you know, before Twin Flames was like more of a mainstream spiritual thing. A lot of people didn't even know about that yet. So like, you know, it just, nothing worked. And it was really crazy. And of course, the more I did that, the more pain I felt, because it was more building up my energy, because it was more focused on the Twin Flames physical form. And so after 6 months, I finally met my amazing late great teacher, and, you know, she got me off the floor, and she totally had me go through this process that made me feel amazing on my own, to love myself, really get to know myself as a soul. And then my twin flame came back in. So, and I mean, unfortunately, she's no longer here with us, but it's her teachings that I incorporate into my teachings now, just so I can help more twin flames as well. Like she helped save my life. So anyway, the pain, it's like you will do anything. I was languishing in that pain for 6 months. Not everyone's is as severe as that. Mine was more severe than anyone's I've ever met so far. But, you know, still there's that pain, that gnawing pain, and it also causes anxiety, it causes depression, it causes distress. And I mean, you get to the point where you just have had it. You've had it, and you need to do something, and you will do anything to get rid of it. So anyway, that's like a very main indication that you've had soul recognition with your twin flame. Otherwise, you know, it could just be regular heartbreak. It could just be, you know, a normal breakup, or one that's even more difficult than other ones you've had. But that doesn't mean it's a twin flame thing. If you haven't experienced the core wound activation that I'm speaking of. So I hope that answers the question. Thank you for the question. I hope to get many, many more from you guys in any way you can. Again, someone PM'd me this question, so feel free to do that. Or you can, try to post it in one of my Facebook groups if you're a member, or email me, whatever. I love the questions. Keep them coming. Have a great weekend, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.